Yo my people, it's your boy King Apex back with another video. Listen, they're saying the classic 442 is dead. Listen, I'm here to tell you it ain't dead. It is well and truly alive. I can prove to you that the 442, the classic 442, definitely works and it can win you the league. Let's see. So guys, this is the tactic, the 442, well, kind of 442. It wasn't made by me, it was made by somebody else, and I will link the download for that down below in the comments, in the description, so make sure you check that out if you want to use this. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, it really helps out the channel. Look at my channel if you want to see other tactics that I've created or I'm showcasing, so you guys can continue to win the league and do great in your saves. Anyway, getting straight to this, as you can see, we are with Aston Villa, and in terms of the tactic, it is a 442-ish. It's 442 basically though, in short. To get into it, because I want to say this is actually a very good tactic. I haven't really done a 442 tactic in a while. I haven't used one in a while. So actually having like somewhat of a 442, you can do that if you want to. But having a 442 like this is a breath of fresh air. To do something different, actually have two strikers up top, basically 4 across the midfield. It's great, it's great. But anyway, going into what the tactic actually has. So of course you have a goalkeeper. Now usually, as you guys know, I like to do sweeper keeper, because this isn't my tactic and I wanted to really try it out. He's got it as a goalkeeper and just standard, does what normal goalkeepers do, doesn't really do the sweeping. So in terms of, he doesn't really run out the box or anything. Doesn't really fit Martinez, but he still had a good season overall. Let's see his stats if you want to pause and have a look. So in terms of the back four, with this Aston Villa team, you have a good selection of players, but we went for obviously Matty Cash at right back, and who's got that fullback slot. In terms of instructions that he's going to be, in case you don't know, fullback, you know, really and truly, they are the key to your back four. So do them overlapping runs up and down the wing, and then coming back to defend. So you really need someone who can really do both attacking and defending really, really well. He's put them in a support, or her, don't know, they have put them in a support duty, and of course what that means is they'll support the midfield. So reason why this formation works well, because someone like Matty Cash, he easily fits into this kind of role here when we're attacking. So it means Asensio can be a little bit more attacking when we attack. You're gonna have Ezri Konsa, Pau Torres as ball playing defenders. I believe at default they had it as central defender defend, so that's how it looks like default. There's no real difference. The only difference is that on ball playing defend, you're telling that centre back, I want you on the ball a bit more. So you can leave it as this, you know, depending on your team. If you're playing in non-league and you want to use this, you might decide you want, you know, most times in non-league you don't really have good defenders or good ball playing defenders, so you would keep this as just central defender. You know, if you wanted to, you could even have this as no nonsense, but I wouldn't advise that. You know, all to do is hoof the ball. But in short, let's put this back to what it was. This is what it originally was. You're gonna have the both centre backs, obviously, on either ball playing defender or central defender. You know, on that defend, you want to really make sure they're good with the ball and can pass out. That's how I tried it. I tried it with Aston Villa and I also tried it with Juventus, and both times won the league and it worked out well. I haven't tried it with non-league. If you want me to, I can do. But yeah, the left back is a wing back, so in short, similar to Matty Cash, but he's going to have a bit more attacking duties, I'd say, because he's a wing back. So he's going to be really trying to bomb it up all the time. It says here, look, going to be prepared to put in aggressive crosses and try to help win that possession higher up the field in midfield. So that's our defense. In terms of central midfielders, so in this case we've got Kamara and McGinn. Obviously Aston Villa, we have a wide range of midfielders we could have placed there, but you got one of your central midfielders as central midfield automatic. In short, if you don't know what automatic does, it basically just kind of, they will just automatically switch between the different roles. So between defending, attacking, keeping possession, you know, they'll just automatically switch. So as it says here, look, automatically switch between defense, support and attack, depending on the mentality you're on. So you're on positive, probably switch between attack and support, basically. But central midfielder basically does all these kind of roles in one, in short. So they kind of have to be, what's the word? A jack of all trades, but they're a master of none. That's kind of the role they fit. So in this case, Boubacar Kamara fits that quite well. But John McGinn could have played there, Tielemans could have played, anyone really could have played there. But yeah, then we've got deep line playmaker, which is going to be in the defense or defend instructions. Of course, he plays that space in between midfield and defenders. I'll keep that up there in case you want to copy the instructions. But instructions he has is tackle harder, dribble less, and then obviously hold in that position. And I think he just had to roam from position and move into channels, yeah. So I think McGinn did get quite a few yellow cards though. He got 17 yellow cards. So I know he's quite aggressive, isn't he? Where's aggression? 15. He is quite aggressive. So let me know. Somebody try this out. Let me know if they use this. If the person in this role does get yellow cards, it's hard to tell. Because Camera, he got 10 yellow cards. That's not too bad for someone in that role. But 17 is quite a lot. 14 in the Premier League is a lot of yellow cards. So let me know. I'm not too sure. Moving on to the left-hand side, the left midfield. In this case, which is Marcus Rashford. He's playing in this role here and plays it very, very well. As you can see, 41 games, 18 goals and 7 assists. Pretty good stats, if you ask me. You know, if you look at it, only 4 of them were pens. So he actually had 14 goals in open play. Very good. Very good stats. Good XG. Like that XG is actually amazing. Really, if you really look at it, which really fits it well in terms of what his role is. He's playing in that winger role, attack. The instructions he's got is cross. When he crosses, he's gonna aim for the center. He's gonna run wide with that ball, cross more often. Really and truly, I'm surprised he scored as many goals as he has, because he's not really supposed to be shooting as much. But that might be Marcus Rashford's personal mentality. I'm not too sure. But you got to get further forward, and his job is to stay wider. So ideally, I think for some of the seasons, because I actually played this rather than sim this, the majority of the season, what you want to have is someone who's left-footed here. If you're going to use this, I played Rashford here because it just made most sense. But you might want to have someone left-footed who can actually run up and cross the ball, rather than someone like Rashford who wants to cut in. Completely up to you. I think the best way to use this one is to have someone who's actually left-footed here and someone actually right-footed here. That's how I would use it. Then we have, of course, on the right hand side, Marcus. Sorry, that was Rashford's instructions. Then you've got Marco Asensio, who's got a winger attack. Now again, you could play him here and give him the same instructions as Rashford, and it works out well. But if you're going to play him here, cut inside with the ball, who's going to shoot more often, roam from position, meaning he's going to go from here to here and stay within this kind of field here. So see, if we go to analysis, he's going to stay in and around here in short. That's where he's going to roam from. May delve into that kind of cam role, so making it like a 4-3-1-2 in short, which is good. Really helps out your attackers, and I'll show you why in a second. But Marco Asensio, he played the role perfectly. Of course, crossing more often, and he's going to cross from the byline, meaning he's going to run to the end, cross, and hopefully someone like Watkins will score. Next, we're going to have our attackers, of course, our front two. We're going to have a deep lying forward. This is really key. Ideally, you want someone who's played in this role that can almost be like a cam, because even though you've got that 4-4-2, this person here gets on the ball quite a lot. We had Morgan Rogers in this role, who, by the way, is a great player in FM. Like, if you haven't used him or played with him, he's amazing player. So definitely try to sign him. But if you try to sign him and you're not with Aston Villa, they want ludicrous money, from my experience. But yeah, he had a good season. 32 games, he started 15 off the bench, scored 11 goals, 6 assists, played pretty well, if you ask me, especially with the stats that he's got. Maybe he could have got a little bit more goals, but because he's in this deep line forward, he links. I think I'd say he links the midfield with the wingers, with Ollie Watkins, in how I saw him play, which I really enjoyed. Suits him well in terms of his instructions. Roam from position, like I said, he's really gonna be using these kind of 4 or 5 squares here, and then these 2 on the top here he's gonna be using, and then he's gonna be holding up the ball. So that's the only bit where he may not work well, but because holding up the ball is not necessarily his game in this game. But holding up the ball and moving into channels is the instructions for him. And, you know, those are his stats, I would say, pretty well overall. Then, of course, you got your main attacker. In this case was Ollie Watkins, who played 49 games starting, one off the bench, bagged 23 goals. Not bad if you're asking me. But I forgot to say, Centro got 25 assists. I don't know if I said that. He got 11 goals, 25 assists. Like, come on. Anyway, back to Ollie Watkins. Cause advance forward, very simple, roam from position, move into channels. But he mainly stays in that role here, and he'll bag you goals. That's his stats, in case you want to have a deeper look into it. But it works out well. In terms of the team stats, obviously he's on positive, as you can see on the left hand side. In possession, going to stay fairly wide, pass that ball into space, play out of defense, and then you're going to be more expressive. And we're going to try and stay slightly higher in terms of tempo. Transitions, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, take short kicks. And then out of possession, you're going to be doing that high press, standard defensive line, get stuck in. So that's maybe why John McGinn got so many yellow cards, because he was telling him to get stuck in. And then we're going to trigger that press pretty much all the time. So that is the tactic. So technically the video ends here. I'm going to show you some stats. So if you don't want to see the stats, then, you know, thank you for watching. If you got to this far, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. For those who want to see the stats and see, you know, how effective it is, well, then this is for you. In terms of the Premier League, we did win the Premier League, beating Liverpool by 4, beating Man City. Oh, I thought Liverpool came second. Okay, beating Man City by 4 points. In terms of actual stats, now we scored. No, we came third in scoring at the most. We conceded the second least, therefore giving us the second best goal difference in the league, which of course is great. In terms of schedule, so in terms of games, I want to show you some big results we had. We beat City 3-0 at home, beat Man United. I think beat Man United twice, I believe. By the way, Liverpool were thorn in our chest. I just want to say that in doing this. And beat Brighton 3-0. Any other big results? Beat Ipswich 4-1 at the start of the season, pretty much start of the season. No other big results that I can see or remember. Beat Brentford 5-1. Newcastle 4-0. That was a good game. Actually, I'll show you the highlights of that. The highlights of that game. So you had obviously Rashford here on the ball. So look, Rashford, Watkins, and you see what I mean, like how I swapped Rashford and Centro sometimes. I mean, some of these goals are actually not really showing the tactics. See, look, Bailey had on the left hand side, because he's left footed, it really works out well. Watkins and Rodgers working out well together on that midfield. Konsa, McGinn, Rodgers. Again, you see how he's becomes a playmaker, and Watkins doing what Watkins does best, scoring. So it really does show you, you know, how the two, especially the two strikers in this case, really work quite well. Not sure why Rashford is up top there, but yeah. So that's kind of some highlights in terms of other stats, in case people do care about that. As I said, most goals, points per game, obviously us. Second in shots, sixth in fewest shots against, and we're nowhere in possession, nowhere in pass complete. Most tackles, second in most tackles won, nowhere there. Second in fewest conceded, and then second in fewest clean sheets. So that is the tactic. I didn't want to go too in depth with some of the other stats, because like I said, it's not necessarily my tactic. But if you want to see them, I mean, I can show you that if you really care. But I've been King Apex. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, put your notification bell on as well, so you know when I upload, so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers, take care.